Hello guys, how's everybody doing? Good, hopefully everybody's doing great today. So today, I want to talk to you and spread some more awareness. What I want to touch on today is what we call time and how what we see in our minds create what we experience in our external world, in our reality. So here's what you do and here's what you need to know when it comes to deliberately creating your world using the law of attraction and anything to master your mind to create what you want. The thing is this: whenever you really want something, your body will let you know, because your feelings are indications, right? You'll start to feel excitement, you'll get inspired. Maybe when you think about it, maybe you start to visualize it, maybe you start to watch things about it. That's an indication that you are in alignment to receive it. What's the key word? I said you're in alignment to receive it. Key word here, in alignment. That means that your very desire that's being produced in your mind is actually telling you you can have it. Now let me show you something. What we call the future, right? It has already happened. It just hasn't happened yet. What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is, when you want anything, there's two things you must do at all times. You have to practice visualizing. Visualizing has to become an art. It's an art. It's something you have to practice. It's something that we have to learn to cultivate. If you become an expert at visualizing your goals, you will always achieve them. No doubt about it, because what's in the mind is holographically projected into our physical reality. The physical reality and the mind is the same thing. It's just different vibrations or different forms of energy. Let me show you how it works. So when you came here, when you were born, you were part of God. You had this God force in you. You are in actuality, you're actually the universe experiencing itself. I know it sounds cliche, and I know, through religion and all these things we've been taught that this God is somewhere up in the sky, a man or a woman, or it's this thing, or it's not. That's not what it is. God is a force. It is a fundamental force. It goes through you. It feels you. You are part of that. You are energy. Energy can never be created or destroyed. The universe has always been here. So you have this consciousness which resides in you. So when you came here, a part of you split, but that God force is still active in you. What happens is you have a physical and a spiritual. Now, how do feelings? When you have feelings, those feelings are vibrations, are indications of the two different forces. The God force, the physical force, the ego force. So when you feel doubt, worry, it's the contradiction. Is one force is telling you that trust in yourself, believe, have what you call faith. The other force is telling you use logic, use critical, we can't do it. These create emotional densities and you have this feedback loop. But if you understand what I'm saying now, if you follow and know that, okay, I'll follow that God force, I'll feel that fundamental force, I'll be more in tune with it, then this is where the magic happens. Because when you can trust yourself or follow that guidance from your higher self, you will start to experience amazing results in your life. Your life will literally start to change in front of you, because you're activating that force. You now listen to the body. Remember, the body and the mind are different. They act together, but the body has a separate defense mechanism. The body uses survival instincts generated by the brain. So those are those fundamental forces. And then once you can understand that, you can say, oh man, so I'm like really this powerful being. Yeah, you are, literally. But here's the issue. We have been taught, and many of us have been conditioned, not to believe and trust in ourselves. We have been taught that everything we want is outside of us, is external, existential situations. We have to depend on this. So you develop this identity of who you think you are. But the true person or true spirit of who you are, you're always connected to that part. It's never going to leave you. This is why you're going to always have vibrational occurrences. You're going to have these different feelings because they're always communicating with each other. And the physical part doesn't understand the spiritual part. Ego, right, doesn't understand it. So this is where you get miscommunication or misinformation or misfeeling. This is where all these feelings come up, right? Fear, doubt, worry, insecurity, anxiety. These are the two forces. They're coming together. But you can overcome that, right? By understanding what's going on. Once you understand, okay, so this is what's going on. So I have this fundamental force here. So what do? Okay, I'm just going to tune more into that godlike force or that feeling force, because that's going to guide me. Then your intuition will open up, and then you start to visualize more. Then all good things will start to happen in your life, and you'll see all these changes that you've been looking for, and they'll start to manifest in your life. So that's just something I want you to leave you with today, right? To show you that once you can see something and use it and have it in the mind, and you can just see it over and over again, and then you start to tune in to that force within yourself and start to trust yourself, then things open up in your reality. Because all of it is just this holographic, we're just this holographic projection. We exist on two-dimensional surface, and we see things in a 3D world. I mean, science is starting to show that with how our brain perceives reality. A matter of fact, your brain, it does its best guess to put pieces of things together. Some things you're seeing, they're not even real. They're not even true. I'll give you an example. Your memory. Half of our memories, when we think of our memories and we say, oh, this is a long time ago, half of your memory are faulty. They don't happen the way you actually remember them. It's your brain put into pieces, and you think that's exactly how it happened, but it didn't happen that way. So that's an indication that the brain and this, what we call reality, is trying to make sense of all of this. But you don't need to do that. All you have to focus on now is know that, all right, so when my feelings come together, they're indicators from that higher self telling me that I'm off alignment. So when you feel fear, doubt, worry, that's your higher self saying, hey man, hey, you're too much into your ego. You're too much into this physical stuff. Once you start to trust, let go of that physical stuff and focus more. So how do you focus more? Well, you focus more through the mind's eye. This is where it's so important for you to visualize. You know, the thing about our minds and our brain is we're wired, the way we're wired, we're not wired to just self-motivate ourselves and go out there and do it. You have to push yourself. You know, nobody's going to come and tell you that, hey, you got to do this or you got to do that. You have to do it. You have to physically or emotionally, mentally push yourself to go achieve your goals. Because the way our brains are wired, our brains aren't wired for us to just automatically be inspired and motivated. If that was the case, everybody will be successful. Everybody will be achieving their goals. There won't be procrastination. But your brain just isn't wired that way. So your brain is just wired for survival. It's not wired for you to just go after your dreams and goals. You have to push yourself even when you don't feel like it. And this is where the importance comes in of disciplining and visualizing. You gotta have this tunnel vision, right? See your goals, and then you'll see your dreams, and then they'll manifest in front of you. So there you have it. So those are some things you need to know about who you are and how you exist here in this plane, and how we create according to our perception of this time. All right, guys? Thanks.